New Zealand's 158 lost women in a decade of violence. Police in New Zealand has classified 695 fatalities since January 2011 as homicides. A murder is a crime in which another person kills a person. Murder and manslaughter, as well as the overlapping offences of infanticide and driving offences causing death, are all accusations that might result from a homicide in New Zealand. 211 of the murder victims in the past decade were women, according to police statistics released to the Herald under the Official Information Act. There were 158 of them who were of legal age. At least 22 of the women were murdered while driving or using public transportation, including on quads, boats, or other watercraft. Only a small percentage of those who died in violent or abusive episodes were slain by their partners or family members. 4 of the victims were pregnant at the time of their deaths. In some cases, children saw their parents' murders while they were still alive. There were 21 ex or ex-partners who were charged with murder or manslaughter, as well as 20 current or former partners. Only 3 women were slain in random assaults by strangers while out walking or exercising in broad daylight. The list supplied by the cops only contains charged homicides. There have been additional instances when women have been slain by their lovers or ex-partners who have also passed away. A lot of women in New Zealand are abused by their partners. Although only a tiny percentage of occurrences are ever recorded, we can only get a little look into an ever-increasing and highly dangerous issue through data gathered by authorities. In this country, 35% of women have been physically and/or sexually assaulted by a partner at some point in their lives. If you consider psychological and/or emotional abuse, the percentage rises to 55% of women. Intimate partner violence affects males as well as women. However, women are the ones who are the majority of the time the victims. Murder or manslaughter charges were brought in most situations when women were slain. The majority of them either pled guilty or were found guilty by a jury in the majority of their cases. Even if some murderers were declared not guilty of the crimes they committed because of their insanity, there is no denying that they were the ones responsible for the victims' deaths. Special patients in forensic psychiatric facilities were held for the rest of their lives in such circumstances. After a trial, a jury acquitted a man accused of murdering Sissy Chen, a lady from Auckland, of her death. No one else is being sought in connection with Chen's killing, according to the police. Violence against handicapped individuals is a kind of family violence. There are several resources available if you or someone you know is experiencing abuse. At the end of this article, you'll find a list of helpful resources and information. Remember that if you're being injured, it's not your fault. All women who have been slain in violent or deadly acts in New Zealand over the last decade have been honored by the Herald today. Remembering the ladies we've lost in this decade. From January 1, 2011, through October 16, 2021, the following information is available about the women who died as a result of violence. Due to court-ordered suppression, some of the ladies can't be identified at this time.